Hi everyone. Here's an update on the quarter circle project, and the video I had up, I realized the link got broken and it was 10 years old anyway, so time for a new one. It's the same project, but with newer Photoshop and high resolution. So to get started, we're going to go File, New, and make it pixels to inches, and let's say 12 by 12 just to get started here, by 240, and oops, I'll leave it RGB color for now. And it's very useful to use a grid here. So what I want to do is go View, then Show, then Grid. Okay, I have my grid set up to one major grid line every 2 inches. So 12 inches wide, 6 of these is good. Okay. Next, I'm going to add a blank layer and the elliptical marquee tool, just hiding up over here. Come on. Okay, come on. Right here. And come to the center and start to drag the circle and then hit Alt and Shift, and you'll make a perfect circle. Let me go out one more snap to here. It's a little on the large side, but I'll keep it for now. And then we're going to stroke this. Edit, stroke. Say 15 pixels is probably a good amount. And I did that on its own blank layer, as I said. Okay, the key to this project now is to cut this into 4 quarters and have them all be able to be moved and flipped and rotated independently. So to do that, come back and take the rectangle marquee and click and drag at the 1/4 mark right here, and copy that, Control C, Control V, and let's just turn off that for a second and make sure. Okay, it looks good. So Control V, 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 and click right on the black line, and oops, making this big so you can really see it here. So the concept is I broke the circle apart and I'm recombining them. This is a straight translation. I'm thinking of these 4 units again, as we've been doing in other projects, working 1, 2, 3, 4. And just as this is right now, it would fill up the frame very nicely without anything else. So I in fact will do that. I'm going to click the top layer, click layer 1, right click, merge layers, and I'm going to make it smaller, so I'm going to pull it in to here, say, and oops, put that up in the corner and hit Control J, J, and move those out. If you miss the black line, see what happens is the 3 layers got selected. So to cure that, you just click away anywhere and then they get deselected. And then you got to make sure that you're hitting the black line and bring that in. Now, something else that's important. you see this space here. It's important not to have a space. And guess what? When I created this, when I flattened it, I left the space there. So if I continued with this, I would be okay for the linear design, the black and white line, but when we go to filling this with color, for the two color projects, the color will flow right through these openings and wreak havoc. You'll be very unhappy. So I'm going to go backwards, Control Z my way back to where I had all my layers, and then Control 0. Zoom in on this one and move that over with the arrow key till it just connects in like that. This one is fine. That's okay. Alright. So once again, merge these layers. Control T. Maybe, well, alright, it'll snap in here. And Control J, it copies the layer. Control J, so I need 3 across altogether. 1, this one can come back here, and this one can come over here. Click on the black, however. There we go. And then once again, I'm going to zoom in. I'm holding Control with my pinky and spacebar with my index finger and clicking and dragging. And I'm going to move that over just a touch. And double checking all of these. Move this over. This one little detail, and then right here I could crop that in, which I guess I'll do, or I could also get out a brush and fill it in, but I'm going to just crop it just a tiny bit. So the crop tool is here, 5th one down. We don't want to crop it too far, so that'll do. Okay, so let's merge this down together and move it up in the corner and Control J. And I'm going to hide the grid, Control H, and double check. It's okay to have overlaps, but what we want to avoid are gaps like this one. Okay, so I just used I clicked on it and used the arrow key to nudge this. Oops, no gaps. Overlaps are okay, but no gaps. Okay, so I need to crop that in. I'm zoomed in here, but I'm looking for the little handlebar here, and just bring that in till it cuts off. Okay. Control 0, of course, zooms you out. Okay. Good. So this one is done, and it's ready for coloring. If the next project, what we get involved with is setting up a series of analogous color value studies, just to give you a hint of what that's all about. I just took a pale red and grabbing my paint bucket, and oops, I didn't flatten this first, Control Z, and let's do that. Let's just flatten the whole thing. Layer, flatten image, and now that's perfect. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but I'm progressing to darker and darker values here as I go diagonally on this, and you'll see that in the next or the subsequent video. Okay, try 3 or 4 variations and see what you can do and how you're going to rotate or flip these quarter circle units to create these larger designs. See you in the next one.